Against all odds, against all expert takes, the Five Stripes force a game number 3 winner-take-all against Inter Miami. That's Jason Longshore. I'm Joe Fryhofer from the outskirts of Chase Stadium. This is your AT&T Countdown to Kickoff. Jason, for Atlanta United, it was a mixed bag of injury news for the Five Stripes this week. Center back Stian Gregerson is back available for selection. Since he left injured, manager Rob Valentino has elected for a back 5. Now with him back available, who forms that defensive spine?
Stian could come into that group. Luis Abram, I think, has been very good in that position as well. Ronald Hernandez, he can play as the center back. He can play as the wing back in that scenario. You can always go back to a back 4 as well, but back 5s have had success against Miami this season. All but one of their losses in MLS competition has been to teams playing in a back 5 setup. So I think it's worked for Atlanta, but is Gregerson ready to go 90 straight back? Maybe not. Having some fresh legs off the bench could be really useful. In the midfield, the Johnny Fortune, the homegrown for Atlanta United, rolled his ankle earlier this week. He's been a limited participant in training box to box. 1 goal, 2 assists so far this season. If he cannot go, who steps in for Jay? It's got to be Tristan Muyumba. You would assume that's who we saw come in these different situations this season where Fortune hasn't been able to play 90. He went almost 90 in game 2 after getting kicked in the ankle and then also rolling the ankle after that. So it flared up this week. He's probably not going to be a full participant. Can he start and get you 45 to 60? Don't know. Is it better to have him come in late and give you 15 to 30? In a game 3 scenario, that might be the better route. If it's Muyumba, it's interesting because I think he's maybe a little more comfortable in the attacking third. He doesn't give you as much box to box, but in the attacking zones, maybe that's going to suit him a little bit more, and he might be able to find those combinations for Atlanta.
Now that Herons midfield is battered by injuries as well. It was confirmed yesterday that Yannick Bright will be out for this game 3 for Inter Miami. Sergio Busquets, the defensive midfielder, trained by himself on Friday and is listed as questionable for this match. Jason, can he go 90?
No, I don't think so. And if he does, he's going to be conserving his energy to get 90, which is not where you want to be if you're Tata Martino. They have issues in their defensive setup on the whole. They have big issues in game 3 in their defensive setup in the midfield. Yannick Bright's been huge for them in giving them that balance and giving them stability. Losing him, you don't have a like-for-like replacement. Busquets isn't that. Busquets is who you want on the ball and build-up play. You don't want him having to defend very much. You're going to have to ask Redondo. You're going to have to ask Kremaski. You're going to have to ask maybe Julian Gressel. You're going to have to ask somebody to be something that they're not. And can they do that in this game, and how long have they had to work on it? I think that's a big opportunity for Atlanta.
With those two possibly missing, the Herons back line is now exposed, and in the Messi era alone, in 5 matches, the Five Stripes have 13 goals against Drake Callender in the net for Inter Miami. The attack for the Herons, 83% of their goals have come from within the area. So for the Five Stripes, how do you find that balance between staying compact and also expanding onto the counter?
Yeah, look, you've got to take away that space. You've got to take away the space at the top of the 18. That was something Atlanta did really well in game 2. It's been a big focal point. If you've watched Lionel Messi in his career, he loves to thrive in the arc, in the top of the arc, top of the 18. You have to take that away from him. Make him go find somewhere else to try to thrive tonight. But you can't get sucked in to be just defending. You don't want to turn into a bunker here. So you've got to find those ways to get forward. You've also got to find those ways to frustrate Miami. And I think a big part of that can be keeping the ball in moments, even if it's in a non-threatening space. If it's in your defensive half, if it's in the middle third especially, sometimes keep it. Make them chase. Make them get frustrated because they don't have the ball. This isn't a Miami team that's built to play off of the ball. So when they don't have it, they feel very uncomfortable. Make them uncomfortable in those moments and then punish them getting forward.
Atlanta United and Inter Miami winner advances to the conference semifinals in the East. Kickoff is set 8 o'clock through the MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. Now there's been a radio carrier switch up for the Voices of Atlanta United, Mike Conti, Jason Longshore. You can listen to them on Star 94.
Pre-game coverage starts at 7 o'clock from our Midtown Atlanta studios. Kickoff 8:10. Mike Conti and I will be here, very loud. Hopefully our voices hold up for 90. Hopefully no penalties tonight.
That's Jason Longshore. I'm Joe Fryhofer. This has been your countdown to kickoff from outside of Chase Stadium. Kickoff tonight at 8. FEA 17s. We'll see you there.